Let's go. All right. So this is Don's Garage Podcast. Hey, welcome everybody.
What number is it? Which one?
This will be number 5.
Number 5. And you can see we have our sponsorship. This is our sponsors right there.
It's growing. It's growing.
It's growing, man. It's growing.
All right. So this is episode 5. We have Don, as always, in his garage. And then we have me, Tommy. And then our special guest today, Mark M.A. Bertsch. Hails from the Dubuque, Iowa area. If I am correct, not sure on the year he was born, but I'm guessing 50s.
He wasn't. He was found.
You just used that last week.
He was too.
He was recycling jokes. But yeah, so
My friends are all found. They have DOFs.
So yeah, M.A. Bertsch is here in-house, and you guys have known each other for a while. What year did you guys meet?
I just want to...
Donnie's accolades. Let's go.
I met Mark, I think, in 1979, I believe.
Correct.
I mean, this guy has had an incredible coaching career, and he's a special dude, man. I mean, he started with in like 40 years you were there,
Yes.
right? You had 8 state champions. 40 years of coaching, 34 years at Newman, right?
Correct.
Yeah, 8 state champions, 4 finalists, 80 qualifiers. You were district coach of the year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and you went in the Iowa Coaches Hall of Fame in 2019, correct?
Correct.
Right. And you wrestled at...
Our first Hall of Famer on here. You are number
first Hall of
1.
Famer.
Oh, wow.
And you wrestled at Dubuque Senior, and then
Under Bill Dotson.
then Western Arizona,
Arizona Western. Yeah.
Arizona Western, and then University of Dubuque, correct?
I know. I went from Arizona Western to Iowa.
That's right. That's
And
right.
then I ran into Scabby. I saw
Scab
who he
Moreland.
was, Yep.
Keith David Moreland.
And then I came up. I went to Loras for 2 years. Went to
Loras,
Nationals 2 years.
Yep.
And then
And you went to Nationals 2 years also at
correct.
Western.
And then I moved to
Arizona.
Mason City, and that was the best thing to happen to me. Donnie Berry.
Oh, yeah.
And,
yeah.
We have a picture of the house when Mark moved in.
We will get this sent, and you guys can see it on the screen.
So Mark moves in this beautiful place. It's right across the street from Casey's on 9th Street. 9th Street Northeast, right? Yeah. Northwest.
Yeah.
And then you only had to walk like 3 blocks to get to Holy Family School, where you had your first job.
Correct.
Right. And that was a really nice apartment, wasn't it? I had a nice one too. I lived above the James. But
Yeah.
we had a lot of
Better
money
than
back then.
What year was
Didn't we,
this?
Mark?
What year was this?
79, 80.
79, 80 in there.
All right,
Okay,
all
so
right.
so Mark is the assistant coach, the head junior high coach. And I'm an assistant my first year under Dennis Augustine. Okay? And I said, Augie, man, that junior high coach, that fucker's hyper, man. And he goes, so you ever look in the mirror, Don?
I can't even imagine you two in your like 20s.
It was pretty crazy. I mean,
I can imagine you got the energy.
we were just both so hyper. And then with Dennis Augustine, like he was like our dad almost. He was like not that much older than us, like probably 5, 6 years. But he was a heavyweight
Correct.
a
and
calm guy, right?
super calm. He could amp up, but he's always took care of us. I call him Sparky, and that's why I've always called him Sparky. And one day, Mark knew he'd be famous, and we were in his apartment one day. That was your new apartment. You had a fancy apartment on along the river.
Oh, that was my third one. I was up in an attic for a year.
I remember that. I forgot about that.
Catholic school money.
Right. But we're sitting there talking, and Mark goes, I think I'm going to be famous someday, so I'm going to go by M.A. You remember that?
I did.
Yeah, do it, dude. That's
That's why I call you M.A. because you would always call him M.A. Well,
I always called him Mr. Bertsch.
Well, I called him Mr. Bertsch, but then later started calling him M.A.
I always called him Mr. Bertsch too, because that's
When I
what
got out of the school
everybody
system.
else.
You have.
I
My
was
wife likes that.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Don, have you been around my wife?
No.
All right.
Deb? No. I remember. Okay, when you and Deb met, I believe was it someone through NIAC or something like that, or
We took a class together out at AEA.
that's it. Yeah.
Yep. Remember that?
And that was the sparks flew, and then here we are today.
I assume when she saw you, she damn near fainted, right?
No, she says you had yellow shorts on, a green shirt, and you had a deep tan. I
Yeah.
said, yeah, that's
that's
his Italian in me.
That's Italian, man.
Yeah, so give him some credit.
How many kids in your family?
9.
9 kids.
My mother had 9 kids in 10 years. She was not even 5 foot. She's probably like 4'11", 4'10".
Yeah.
An Italian girl.
Yeah.
And I used to say to my father when I got older,
Right.
I say, Raj, why did you do that? And he said, what? Why would the best person you like have 9 kids in 10 years? And one set was a twins. Oh, yeah. I said, why would you do that?
Right.
And he said, that's just the way it went. I said, yeah, I bet it did.
Right.
That's the way it went. So, I mean, I came from a crazy background like that.
Right.
You know, just...
Did you have your own room, Mark?
Oh, no. Bunk beds in a really small room.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And once in a while, we tell,
Right.
our sibling down below, hey, look up once. And we drop those little metal trucks.
Right. Okay.
We were crazy.
So you went to school where then when you were a little kid? Like,
St. Raphael's.
so you went to a Catholic school?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then when the boys got to be after 8th grade,
Right.
my dad said the girls would stay in the private high schools.
Okay.
Like my sister Kathy went to the visitation.
Right.
And
I should have kept my daughters in
and
private
Chris
school.
and Laura, the twins, went to
That wasn't
to
enough.
Waldorf. So they were gonna protect the girls.
Yeah.
From what I've never figured out, but that's what they were. protecting.
No, I understand. Yeah.
So yeah, the rest of us were at St. Raphael's all the way through 8th grade and
Okay.
public school.
Okay. Did you ever like go down a hill on a sled during the winter in Dubuque?
Yeah.
Any injuries? Any?
All right, just a quick thing. For Iowa, Dubuque is pretty hilly.
Really
is.
hilly.
It is.
It's a river town, a beautiful river
And,
town.
and where I
For
lived,
us
I
in
looked
Iowa.
over the river. I was on the cable car
Right.
because when I was in 2nd grade, my dad said no and my mom said no. No rides to school.
Yeah.
I had crutches, hip cast, so I was either 137 steps down the steps to St. Raphael's or a nickel, and I could get down to the hill where all my boys were at and use my crutches to go to school. And kids nowadays would never have even,
Hell no.
no, there's no way in God's green earth.
No.
No way.
No.
So-
So everybody has cars now or scooters or some shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You used to have to run to town. You just have to just
I rode the draft horse.
the draft horse.
I rode the draft horse to school and shit.
Unbelievable.
So when did you start boxing then?
7th and 8th grade.
Okay.
And then it was interfering with my. I was playing basketball, and
I know you were a basketball
I was
player.
freaking good.
Oh, we're getting into your
I was
jumping
a
ability.
great basketball player.
right.
He
a
could touch
white
the
guy,
rim
a
or the
white guy
net.
jumped as high as I could. But you know what?
Hey, all right, can you dunk in your day?
No.
How close? You get close, right?
When I went to St. Joe that first year,
I remember.
I
I
played
remember
with
talking
Roy
about it.
Wentworth,
Yeah.
bless his heart, and he'd say, "You're going to get that one of these days."
Right.
I said, "Yeah, I bet." He said, "No, I'm serious.
Right.
You're going to get it."
Right.
I came always close, always close.
Right.
And then it just seems like once you walk away, and you know, I was jumping into wrestling.
Right.
I don't know. Now,
Well, you started at cornerback for Dubuque Senior
Yeah.
in football,
now,
right?
who does that in 4A?
Yeah. No shit.
Who does
Yeah.
that? But you know, you got to be
Yeah.
able to tackle. That's all they
And you
said.
played
to me.
baseball, obviously.
Baseball, wrestling, and Coach Dotson got me out, kept me out for wrestling when I went over there for a 9th grade meet.
Oh, Dotson was your high school coach?
Nope, he was the high school coach, and back in Dubuque, back then it was 7, 8, 9 was Washington Junior High. Mm-hmm. So that's where they sent me to.
Mm-hmm.
And after the East Moline meet, all of a sudden, I feel this snatch in the back of my neck, and I looked around and I hear this, "Hey, Bertsch." And I said, "Hey, coach." And he goes, "Your ass is mine next year. You're my 98 pounder." That's all. I never even knew this kid.
Right.
I didn't know this guy.
Right.
I wasn't even sure I was ever going to wrestle again.
Right.
And he's telling me he's got my ass next
Right.
year. That's how it all started.
Where did you get your taste in black music?
Okay. Honestly, when I went to Arizona Western Junior
You
College,
have a lot of soul. We have to say that.
my roommate was Hispanic or Afro American because I was late getting into the dorms,
Right.
and he was the disc jockey for
Okay.
AWC radio,
Right.
So he had all these albums at his office, and he said,
Right.
"Hey, when May comes, you pick what you want." I
Yeah.
said, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, "You listen to this?" I go,
Okay, first time I go to your apartment, the beautiful apartment by Casey's there. We're hanging out in there. We're listening to music. I'm having a couple beers. Mark struggles with drinking beer.
I do.
He gives us best shot. He's not very good at it.
Long Island iced
iced tea, man.
Long
Yeah.
Island iced
Yeah.
teas.
Oh yeah. We're
That'll
sitting
get me
there, and
going.
after about 2 hours, I go, Mark, do you have any white people music? Nope. Nope. All I got is black music.
Didn't they have like a Doobies Brothers or something in
Spinners.
there? Only because of this.
They had one black guy. No, but we were listening to like the Spinners and the Blue Jays.
Stylistics, the Temptations.
Yes, the Temptations.
All those people.
Okay, Basil Minto, Basil.
Yeah.
His dad, he used to listen to that stuff with his dad.
Did he?
So Basil, he'll sit down and listen to that stuff. It is good music.
It's just good thinking
It's
music
damn
for
good
me.
music. Yeah.
It really was.
Right.
good
Once in a
music.
while, you bring somebody over, and they see you got a stereo, and they go, "Hey, you want to play something for us?" You won't like that. So if it was a girl, I'd say, "Go pick one out." And then, how about this? And I think I've heard that on the radio. She'd say, "Yeah, that's usually where you hear them."
Hey, so one year you bring 2, maybe 3 guys to the state tournament, and you get third. How many guys did you have in that tournament that year?
Oh, honest to gosh.
The year that one kid, Colton, pinned his way through the tournament.
We had Colton, little Cologne. Well, God darn.
I think it was just 2. It's hard to explain that you did it, but you did
No,
it. Runner-up in the state champ.
Didn't I have what's his name?
There's one more kid.
The 89-pounder. His brothers went to the high school now.
McClish.
Yes, weren't they there then?
Chase?
Well,
I don't know. I'm the worst at. I check out from high school wrestling.
Okay, according to
On the who's good-
Newman
Could be right.
historian Patrick Anderegg,
Oh my
those
gosh.
were 2 people, but you got third. I don't care if it was 3
We had a great
or 4.
tournament. We were
But you
pinning
did,
everybody.
didn't you?
Pardon?
You got third. You took home a trophy.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yep. Gary Weber came up and said, "I can't believe that happened." I
Right.
said, "What?" He goes, "You guys got third?" And I go, "Why is that bad?" He said, "No, I just mean bad." He said, "You only had a couple people down.
I
2
know,
or
it's
3. It was 2 or
incredible.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that. When looking around, seeing some hyper people, like when I saw you, and he said, "Yeah, that guy." Okay, so when I was coaching at Newman, we wrestled Plainfield, and they had this guy. He was fucking hyper.
Gary
And I
Weber.
said, "Look at this. Who's this cat?" His name's Gary Weber. He was a little hyper.
Yeah, he was. He was. I always thought that he did a great job with that
Oh, yeah,
program.
for sure,
He truly
absolutely.
did.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. That was one of those. I applied for that job.
Plainfield?
No, for the one at Clear Lake that he ended up getting.
You did?
They already knew when he said he wanted in. They took that sucker.
I don't know if I were you, I'd fight him right now. Gary, we're Mark's in town. We're coming over to Clear Lake. We're gonna get this thing finished
He
out.
jumped.
buddy.
He jumped
fuck with
under
you,
my
Gary.
back. I was up at Manly.
Yep.
Clear Lake came over. Newman was there, just district people, and I was sitting there watching somebody, and he from behind he bashed me in the back of my neck, knocked me down on the mat, and I didn't know who the heck it was at first. And wacko, he hit me. I said, "This ain't good."
Who was this?
Gary Weber.
You got a
Oh,
fist
just
fight
fucking
with
around?
him?
He said, "Everybody says we look alike. Let's find out if we wrestle alike." I go,
Oh,
"Damn,
you guys
man,
are wrestling.
how much did he weigh?" I mean, he was just a little bit bigger than I.
A little bit.
But yeah, he was a crazy guy.
Yeah.
He was. He was a good guy. He was good for the sport.
Oh yeah,
Because
absolutely.
he was like us and other people.
Sure. Yeah.
He
He's going to be on here. He's agreed to come on.
Has he?
Yeah. I
That's
talked to
good.
him last
That's good.
Saturday. Yeah.
every once in a while I see him around state tournament.
Right.
He'll go down and watch. I see Tucker every year.
Yeah.
Don's old best friend, you and Tucker.
Yeah. See, Tucker and I coached together one year.
And they hung out all
All the time. He is my
constantly.
bro. I love Tucker. And then I got to know the whole family and
Oh, they're good
started
people.
You had some
hanging.
issue-
they're awesome people.
Hey,
but once you get inside,
You had
the family,
issues
it's
with
different.
him like you had issues with Basil. He used to always mess with you too.
Basil, yeah.
No, Tucker
but
did.
He was. Okay, he was amused by. That's when I was drinking full time. When I go in the bathroom, shit is real loud, super loud, and he would always put his phone under the bathroom, under there. He's always got that goddamn phone everywhere,
Like recording the sound of it. So he would like,
yeah,
That's crazy.
He thought that was funny as shit, you know.
and they would go like
Funny as shit.
They would go drive, like to a recruiting thing, and Don would be like, I have to go take a shit in like a Casey's,
God damn it, I should've
and
done
then
that,
he
man.
he could hear Tucker just laughing outside the bathroom because it's so loud, and the other people inside are like, Jesus, what's going on in there?
One time he and I we're on a recruiting trip down in Virginia Beach, okay? And we walk in this bar and he goes, I don't think we should be in this bar. And I go, it's too late. We're in, just go to the bar and we'll get a beer and then, we'll leave. And I go, about 3 minutes later, I go, do you see a back door? He goes, I go, we better head for it. And we didn't get too far and boom, boom, Yeah. I was just teaching him places not to go to.
Yes, you're being a good elder.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Oh, shit.
All right, so you guys knew each other in the late 70s, early 80s. So
Yeah.
friendship
Mark was
of
with
40
me like
years.
when through my marriage to your mom. All that.
When you
stuff.
were a single guy.
Yeah, we were both single
yeah.
guys. Single guys in Mesa City, roaming
Two
around.
paper.
Yeah, I remember the first time. Okay, we had a tournament canceled, and so I'm gonna bring Bertsch out drinking. Man, we're coaching together. Something about we're at Pappy's, I think it was called, a pizza place.
Pappy's?
They had special export on tap. It was freaking awesome draws. And I'm on about my halfway through my fourth one. And I look at Mark, and he's like started to sip his first. I go, Mark, what are you doing, man? I don't drink much. I'm not a drinker.
You know what's bad? What's crazy about that? Our family, the Bertsches, the Flex Steel Bertsches, they own the furniture deal.
Right.
This Bertsch family, we own a hotel, bar, restaurant downtown,
Okay.
Third and Main, a very good one.
Sure.
And my dad would take one of us on Saturdays and sit us behind the bar because there was 9 kids at home, so that's one less, and my poor mom, and so we would do duties for him, things out he needed done, but when we got a couple of them together,
That's why you're so well rounded.
what's that?
Because that experience.
Of working in a Rivertown bar.
Well,
You look down on no human being, and,
No, I
and
saw
you
all
can
those
communicate
people.
with anyone.
That's a life experience. Working in a Mississippi River bar.
It was
Yeah.
a very popular place. I mean,
Bergmeyer's from there too,
Yeah.
Our sponsor right
Our
there.
sponsor, he's from there too.
yeah, it's a different setting when you see kids at a I was probably like 5th and 6th grade.
Right.
And you're seeing these people at a bar and they're constantly and they're laughing,
Right.
So really,
That's
a person could grow up thinking that is good. I mean,
Right.
that's where I want to be,
Right.
And so I'm amazed at how many people I find out later when I become an adult
Right.
who said, "Weren't you the Dago? Weren't you the one that's sitting behind the bar, your dad?" Yeah. I said, "Yeah, I remember. Every once in a while, all of a sudden, your dad would say, Dago. And I have to go get him something,
Right. Aside from the slur, but this tells me something.
It's fine. He's Italian.
No, he's cool. And I can make fun of Catholics because I'm Catholic, me, that
Yeah,
kind of
that-
thing.
yeah.
But anyway, when I first got married, he felt sorry for me, because we were, and I'm married, and that explains now your patience. Because I remember one night you sat all night while I just sat there drinking, watching HBO, and then finally, you go, fuck, the sun came up. I got to go home. You know what I mean? But yeah, now I get it. You're just sitting around somebody running their mouth all night.
I'm the only
Me,
Bertsch boy
running my mouth.
that isn't a big drinker.
Yeah.
I mean, the other 5, I'll drink.
Right.
But it's just beer fills me up quick.
I'll tell you what, we put, because I've seen it, we put 2 of those Long Island teas down. You're going to have a different second half of this interview.
That's true.
I think we're good. We don't want his wife mad at it.
Right.
Yeah.
She's a wonderful person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, send him to go do Don's garage and then come home.
Now, keep in mind-
after 2 Long Island, she ain't gonna be
You know,
happy.
40 years of coaching and stuff like that. And his wife's on the other end of that. You know what I mean? Taking care of shit. I mean, she's wrestling coaches' wives. People have no idea the shit they go through.
I agree.
Mind-boggling.
I truly mean that too.
Fuck, we're always doing laundry. Kids are nickel diming us. I mean, she's feeding people. You know what I mean? You're always doing something.
Yeah.
And anyone that's coached and coached successfully, they dip into their own pockets.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, Don. I know for a fact that I didn't realize Newman wasn't like May City High, where they had a budget. You know,
Right.
they'll buy those.
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
At Newman, when I took over,
Anything you get, you beg for it.
I would buy out of my money,
Yeah, that
my
too,
own money,
yeah.
and I'd say to my wife, "Hey, I tomorrow I need a check. What for?" I ordered 5 zip-ups. Well, so what? I said, "Well, I got to pay for them."
Right.
She said, "They're not paying for them?" I said, "No, they don't pay for that stuff." So all those years, I think, what was I, a head coach for 40 and a total coach for 43? I don't know.
And you're still coaching.
Yeah.
You're assistant at North Polk right now.
Say-
Because you moved.
Say if the head coach says something you don't like, will you just be like, "Hey, Sean, I'm gonna beat you up"? Do you just boss him around, bully him? Him and Ackerman. Do you bully those guys?
How do you know those guys? That's good.
Yeah.
You did your homework.
Well, I've talked to him. I see him at tournaments.
They're
When I
good.
see you.
They're good people.
Oh, yeah.
Sean,
Oh, yeah. I knew him back in the day because I used to go, because Osgood went to UNI with him. And then we'd always be at nationals.
oh, okay. Sean, he came over to my house the very first year I was down in Polk. I got word about this guy at Polk City doing the head job. I took a look at him. I said, "Oh, I seen him before at Rockford tournament." So I went up next day to his. He was doing some houses by me in town. I think he had like 3 or 4. Anyway, told him who I was. He goes, "Yeah, I know who you are." That wasn't good.
Right.
I didn't. That didn't come out like, "Hey, I'm glad you're here." I thought, well, all right. But he was just saying that,
Right,
you know.
right.
And so I said, "Hey, here's some deal. I just moved down here, and I'd like to help your program." And he said, "What do you mean help it?" I said, "Come in your room." He said, "You mean come in a room and stand around and watch the guys?" Or I said, "Well, I kind of was thinking I'd go full go." What do you mean? I
So
said,
you're still wrestling live.
"Yeah, I had the hip replaced.
You did.
I'm
And you're still wrestling live.
Yeah, but I'm
The closest I get to the mat is when I fucking trip.
that's good.
Hold on. How old are you?
I am 71.
I remember when you were like in your like early 60s, you're still wrestling.
I mean, you have really
live,
good
and I was
genetics,
like,
but what do you do?
"Jeez."
What do you do for
Now
workouts?
you're-
What's your workouts? What's your workout
You mean
schedule?
in the room?
No.
Because all I do right now, I'm down to, I do 160, 170 push-ups every day.
160 or 170.
It just depends what number.
Depends on what day.
I lean against the pillar in my basement, do wall sits,
Okay.
just mental things and.
Yep. You ever move that
isometrics.
pillar?
Pardon?
You ever move that pillar?
Yeah. I think if I forget. Anyway.
We go way back. We're
But so I went in that first week. Here comes Sean in, and I kind of thought, I think I remember him from UNI, but I wasn't sure. And this Kyle kid.
Yep.
And so we introduced, blah, blah, blah. We go through, and we hit it off. Neither one of us was getting paid.
Yeah,
The
cool.
other 3 guys were getting paid, and so they were the
Right.
the people.
Right.
So we just became
It's
friends.
3A. They pay you good money.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a. I'm telling you right now where they stand, you guys, and not that I'm trying to plug them because it's irrelevant.
No, it's cool.
They've got Dylan from Creston, not a state champion, wrestled at either UNI or Iowa State. His brother is the one that went to Penn State. He followed up.
Oh yeah, Dylan Long.
Dylan Long.
He's a great guy.
Oh,
He's real good friends with Ryan Osgood.
Oh yeah, but he
They were
and
teammates.
So was Sean.
He was a runner-up D1.
Who was Dylan
Lo-
was.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
He was a bad
great
motherfucker.
person.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
great
great guy.
person.
Yeah.
And they got another guy from UNI who's from LSU who's done and got kids, and they're in the system too. And I
That's
go,
cool.
I mean,
All I remember that UNI squad had a lot of good wrestlers, but they also had a lot of good dressers.
They're
Remember how well they
were
would
pretty
dress?
good. They were studs.
yeah,
They were good looking.
They would just be.
We were at
dressed
a
to
wedding
the
with UNI
nines.
wrestlers, and this one lady just starts fessing up, and her boyfriend there just goes, "I fucked as many of them as I could. Look at them; they're beautiful." Yeah, you know. And, I don't think you need to be that honest. You know, yeah, I would rather.
Oh my Lord!
Some things are better left unsaid.
I was at a wedding. I'm not gonna explain much about it, but I was at a wedding one time, and we there was some UNI wrestlers there years ago, and it had to end early because one of the groomsmen almost got in a fight with the bride of the
No way.
dad.
Yep,
Or the
I was
dad
there.
of the dad of the bride.
Yeah.
A groomsman and the dad of the bride
No,
almost got
don't go names. Don't go names.
But yeah, they almost
There's
got
some
in a
pretty
fist
dudes there.
fight. Yeah, some pretty dudes there.
So you're on your third year there.
I just
now.
finished my third.
Okay.
I'm on my fourth next year, and we'll
Okay.
kind of see what's going to happen.
See what happens. Sure. Okay. So I want to talk about our first coach that we had, Dennis Augustine. Okay. Remember we talked about it a little bit, heavyweight, and we had the Gribbons boys. We had some good kids, real good kids. Mike Kolpeck, just a bunch of good kids. You know.
Taylor's,
Yep. Mike Schorholtz.
Yes.
Um,
just a lot of good people.
yeah, just a lot of good kids. And Ron Olson.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Okay.
You're gonna go
But anyway,
down memory lane.
when
trying to-
Augie, when we were done with practice, Augie had this rocking chair, and Augie would just kick back in his rocking chair naked and just scratch his balls. And we just, Bertsch and I, like, we would go to his house on Sundays. He had this apartment above this sandwich shop up on the north end. And Augie was sitting in his rocking chair. He wasn't scratching his balls no more. But he'd just sit there, and I'd eat and go immediately to sleep. That's how I spent my Sunday afternoons. Augie'd feed me, and then I'd go to sleep.
What were you doing on Saturday nights before that made you
All
tired?
hell.
Oh, hell.
All hell. I was, yeah.
All right. Was there an incident about you guys almost missing a bus one time?
Yes, that was my fault. I was driving, and I had to run an errand or something. I can't remember what it was I was doing. But Mark happened to be along for the ride, and a train came by, and we damn near missed the bus. And that's the first time Augie was very mad at both of us.
He was.
We were just young fucking nuts. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
How you guys made it to the?
Remember those fucking kids, too? I lived above the James, and they had a door that opened. It was initially, I guess, to put ice through. That's what I was
in the
told
old
by
buildings,
someone. But
right.
those guys figured out they put a thing in and flipped just a little thing that went in the hole. Hook, what do you call them? Hook, lock. They'd flip it open, they'd throw somebody in there, crawl in.
Speaking about one of your wrestlers,
I come home, they're all in my house, What the fuck are you guys doing here,
Speaking of what one of them did that one time,
Pretty good at keeping secrets, some are, too. Jeff Gribben, thank you very much.
all right. So there's a story I heard one time where one of them, you had a babysitter, like a girl babysitter. You and Julie were gone babysitting the kids, and her boyfriend was a wrestler, and he showed up and passed out at the house. And then you guys got home, and then you colored on him with the.
That was Jimmy Gribben. Not Jimmy, it's Joey. It's Joey Gribben. And I came home. The babysitter, she's our trusted babysitter, Lisa. I love her dearly. She babysit for a bicycle. I gave her a bike. She had to babysit X amount of times.
Really?
Things like that. Yeah. But anyway, she goes, "Hey, Joey came over." I go, "That's all right. Well, he's passed out. He's been drinking." I go, "Yeah, it happens." He goes, "And he puked all over the basement, and I haven't cleaned it up yet." And I go, "Well, that's not all right." So anyway, I went down. I go, and I came up, and I was going to shave one eyebrow. He was wrestling for UNI at the time. Okay, and Julie said, "You're not shaving that kid's eyebrow." So I went up and I got the kids paints. They're water paints. I was going to use magic marker, and Julie said, "Not do that." Plus, I wouldn't want the other Gribbons pissed off at me because all of them could kick my ass. You know what I mean? Including Joan, if she got pissed off enough, probably harmed her boy. St. Joan. But anyway, so I paint circles around his eyes and all this shit, just all this stuff. And he wakes up in the morning and walks home. And, and Pete and Joe and Grimmon are sitting there having their coffee, and they look up, and Pete goes, "What the fuck happened to Joey? He looks like he got the shit kicked out of him. He's stumbling down the block." He walks in here and look at him. He goes, "What happened?" He goes, "I was at Mork's. I don't know. Why?" That's what they call me.
Mork.
Remember? I was Mork and Mindy. Yeah.
All right. You guys had a lot of good times together.
We did.
All right. Now you're living down in, where do you live? In Ankeny?
Polk City.
You live in Polk City. All right. And that's where Matt lives.
No, my son.
Yeah, he lives in the area.
He lives. He lives in Junction.
And Matt just got married, right?
Right. He lives down. What do they call that? Something Junction.
Valley.
Well,
Valley
is
Junction.
But he
your
lives in
daughter's
the
down
area,
there
the
too,
Des Moines
right?
Metro.
Yeah, he's down
Yeah.
that area.
Isn't your daughter down there too?
Yeah, she's a Southeast Polk girl.
Okay.
Crazy over there.
Okay. They have a pretty good wrestling team.
They,
Well,
They got a
let's
good
leave it
football
at
team.
that.
They got-
They're good. They're good.
they have state-of-the-art football,
Yeah.
baseball, and softball complex. Just, I mean, they got some money. You know, they got people who are interested in keeping it up. You know, they don't see it like
Right.
dropping.
Right.
You know, and
Southeast Polk, when I was in high school, that was a tough school. I mean, it was like East Side Des Moines and just rural, like little rural towns. But those kids, I remember we wrestled against them, and they were tough. Well, they're still tough, obviously.
Oh, yeah, they are.
But it was not a rich school.
they
It was country.
It incorporates
It's
a lot
still
of it.
country, though,
Right.
kind of.
Like-
but not the same.
well, it's out
Like
there.
North Scott. That's a strange, because it's all, you have super rich people and people that don't have anything.
But you know, it's amazing because Southeast Polk always draws from somewhere. Oh, really? They moved in there? Oh, they moved in there? Really?
Yeah.
So it's everywhere, you know. But it has kept them up.
Right.
You know, and I'm not saying it's good or bad, but I guess it's to the point now where all of us got to admit, if you know,
It goes on.
yeah. I mean,
It goes
I mean,
on.
I look at Newman and I look at May City High,
Yeah.
and I look at what.
It's been going on for a while. This isn't anything new.
Well,
I got a friend. He's older than me. He's in his 40s. And I always pretend that I'm very confused about the town he lives in because he went to Williamsburg for 2 years and then 2 years Iowa City West. So I always act like I'm like confused about like what, there's this school Williamsburg. I thought Williamsburg went to Iowa City West. So so I always pretend to be confused.
Sure.
Well, I can say for sure that I never had anything to do with stuff like that, but I can also say when I went to Nyack, it's kind of cool to recruit and didn't have to whisper.
Yeah.
Hey, you coached a lot of sports at Newman. I mean, pretty much. How many did you?
You know, Don, I'll bet you I'm in a minority of
Being an Italian guy in
No,
North
right,
Iowa,
yeah, you are right
of
now.
being
You
able
are.
to say
It's a bunch of Germans and Scandinavian
Irish,
people.
Scotch Irish.
being in back then it was just
But
three.
Mark, we like you, man.
I know. That's why I'm here, man. That's why I'm here. But you know, when I come from what they call a 3A school, because back then the 4A wasn't. You know.
Right. Okay.
But
And
anyway,
you know, when I was born in '87, that's not much of an interest to me. I'm a young guy up here.
no, it's just amazing how that happens, and you know, you're not going to stop it now. It's a train that's just going to. I'm sorry, and the best thing you could do is say, how can I cope with it?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
can I
that's
do?
true.
What can I asked.
Times ain't going backward.
I asked Newman, you know, I said, so what's the deal? I said, I mean, we're gonna get back, or I said, are you guys waiting to merge? I said, that probably doesn't go well with a lot of people. So I could see it anywhere, you know, where in this country we like to win.
Right.
In this country, we were smart enough to finally get our boys and our girls heavily involved in extracurricular activities, which was great.
Yeah, when we were in high school, our girls couldn't do anything.
No,
When I was senior, then they started sophomore track or basketball.
we were real good when I was a senior in girls softball. They just had gotten that stuff in, and they were really good.
What did you coach? What all did you coach
Football
at Newman?
at Newman, football, wrestling, baseball, softball, and specialist
Golf.
on short game in golf.
How's your game?
I'm hitting the ball off the tee for some freaking reason really well,
Okay.
and I think it's because of my hip.
Gotcha. When did you get that replaced?
It would have been.
Didn't you do it? I thought you did the surgery.
I
thought you
opened up
tricked
and I
her.
got scared, and then
You
I
tricked
called
her.
Tim.
You said there's
I
no
called
bone
Tim,
in
said,
here.
Can you come over?
You hit him on this table.
Hey, you know why I had to do it? He's from Mason City, Mahoney.
Okay. Oh yeah, but he's out of Des Moines now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I met him, and I told somebody about my hip, and they said, "Go have him look at it."
Right.
He looks at it and says, gets my background. Says, I watched you in the Globe Gazette and KIMTs. You were on the TV too much. It's just kidding around. I watched you play football from Mohawk. I did. I said, you were a good athlete. And he was a good athlete. But he's the one that sat there and jokes to myself and gives me the half a dozen deal.
Yeah, that guy's been inside you a lot.
Don't feel Jonesy wanted to do 8 times. And I babysat him as a kid. Jonesy, and hey. And I'm not gonna say I was nice. A guy came up to me and we're talking, and I mentioned, and he started talking about you.
And he said, how you changed his life because you believed in him when he didn't believe in himself. And he said he would talk to you for hours after practice and this and that, and you'd get like pissed and say, "Why do I believe in you? You don't believe in yourself."
Shut up.
And then he got it, and now he's an assistant coach at Army, and he comes from his parents are super mean.
That's nice.
good.
Yeah,
That's
his
good.
parents are super mean. Craig and Marlene.
Yes.
Right. No, they're
That
super
was-
duper nice people.
that
He's a
was a-
great kid.
You
What
know,
a success story
and
he
you know-
is,
and
too.
you know how-
But he attributes it to you, Mark.
And we talk a lot. I mean, that's nice of him to do that. But
Yeah.
that's my job. I mean, if you care about kids.
Yeah.
And I ran into him after his.
All right, hold on. I missed some of the recording thing didn't work again, so we got to start that last couple minutes over. All right, so we're gonna have to clap again. This is all fucked up. Minute in on the
that was good shit.
What?
Wait, the whole thing we got to repeat.
All right. During the break, me and Mark were talking, and Mark had an old issue to settle with me. So back in the day, there was 2 kids left from Mason City, and then they went to Newman.
The other school.
And then I gave you the cold shoulder at a Nyack wrestling event.
You did. I was really hurt. I like it.
Yeah.
Fucking prick, Tommy.
And I thought to myself, here's a kid, which is a good compliment. Here's a kid who cares enough that he just, in a small way, jeopardized his friendship with me just because you said it. But I said, no way. He wants his kids to stay there at the high school. Mm-hmm. I didn't know anything about these kids coming. I said, you know what? He's just speaking up for himself, so I just dropped it. But I said to somebody, I don't know who it was, but I said, God, I said, Tommy Berry, man. He said, hey, we used to be pretty tight, at school, and he's not happy, and he thinks. And I remember saying to you, I got about half of it done, and you were walking away. I go, I didn't even know Brinson was coming until my son told me, because they're like this. And O'Brien, and you just-
Mark, that's a lie detector thing, too.
that's good. I'm all right. I do this, man. I'm good. But you know what? Honestly, Tom, I have seen you. I've seen you since that happened many times. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like that never happened. And that's why I would like somebody like you, because you were honest and you said I'm not happy with you. And then I said, I didn't recruit the kid. Actually, if anybody did at Newman, Matthew Bertsch.
You know what? I'm fine with that.
Because they were best of friends.
Can I give a
Right.
quick aside to Matthew Bertsch? Hello, how are you? He is such a positive person because he hangs out with some of my friends down in Des Moines area.
Okay.
It's like the Mason City kids are still
He's
like
just
this.
a good kid.
So I see him and he's always like, you see him and he makes you feel better about himself because he's so happy to see you. He's very positive. So
He is.
you
And you know-
raised a good boy.
And you know what? He and Neibauer are out in Maryland, coming home tomorrow, I think. They went together as a family.
Hey, talk about raising kids here now.
Hold on. We haven't finished this. We haven't finished this.
All right.
I'm sorry about that, Mark.
Well,
I didn't mean. Probably at the time I was mad. It's probably when I still drank too. So as a younger,
Or you guys could fight.
I was no. I was a younger.
No, Tommy, that's see, there's
Dude,
the
out there.
And then
quality
here's a good thing
that I
that-
like about it.
Yeah, here's the good thing to show you. I was a transfer because I went to Newman through 8th grade, from kindergarten to 8th grade. And then my freshman year, I went to Mason City. And then to show how Bertsch doesn't hold a grudge, he brought me to the camp in Mexico,
When you're
Missouri,
going to
the
be your
Granby
junior
camp.
year. You and
Going
Jordan
in my
Graham.
senior year.
You and Jordan Graham.
Yeah, so we went
You
to
had the
there.
Newman team.
Right, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's where another example of you drinking and Bertsch not when you
Another example of that, yeah, because I stayed overnight, me and Mark in the dorm room. Mark, well, I couldn't understand why you wanted to make 2 beds. I was fine with one, you know. But anyway, so we're sitting out in the parking lot. Mark comes out with me. He's not drinking, but I'm just sitting there drinking beers and, you know, doing my shit. And then when we did go home the next day, it was a great camp. And when we did go home the next day, you stopped and bought them fireworks and shit like that. That was cool.
and the
as
whole
far
the
as that-
professional driving by Jim.
Oh
Inez.
my God! Yeah, the guy we're following is a Jim Inez who's a stock car driver, and this fucker drives.
And we got home.
Yeah.
He was leading the pack.
Hey, I'm gonna go back to that Granby camp. Okay, I think
But
it
that
cost.
just shows you brought me there. But that just shows I was transfer. He didn't hold a grudge.
No,
Thank you. You're a good man. You're a good
That's
man.
what coaches are supposed to do.
Yes.
Mark was like super good to all my kids. Okay, because all my kids went to Newman.
Your daughters
Like
were good
my
to you.
oldest daughter,
Good
she
people.
transferred in 9th grade during 9th grade. So you know, 9th grade girls, they have issues. It is what it is. I was a juvenile court officer. I've dealt with it. But she always went to Mark when she had problems. Same with Brooke. Now I'm surprised you didn't fix her. No, she's fine. But anyway, and Tommy did too.
It's called genetics. All right.
Yeah.
So
but
quit
anyway,
whining.
and then I ran into a kid at the Y today, and Mark was his coach, and he was telling me how he didn't believe in himself in high school, but Mark did. So eventually, he learned to believe in himself, and now he coaches. He's an assistant coach at Army.
Yeah.
Okay, and his I'll just say his name. It's Seth Hessness. Great kid from a great family. Mom and dad are super mean. Kidding. Marlene and Craig couldn't find better people. And he's got a brother that I convinced that I was a priest during Little League Baseball, but his mom said, "Don't if he tries to hear your confession. No. You know,
Yeah, that's a good dude right there. He's climbed the ladder of
he
coaching,
truly has.
and he's so happy.
He's been in so many places. Positive attitude. Positive attitude. man.
positive attitude, like Maddie.
Hey,
All right.
before we go any further, I want to talk about that Granby camp, okay?
All right.
Tommy did 2 Granbys that year, but one was to escape in overtime in the district finals,
I remember.
right? And one other, so I paid $300 per Granby, but that last one that got him in the state tournament, I'd do it again.
And one
I
time,
remember you telling me that. I remember 'cause I was
Right.
out at our own
That was what.
and then one time that didn't get you into.
Thank you.
That didn't. You couldn't get into an elevator because you're telling some people that story and you got lost. But we'll get to that later.
Those are the things with the money. The money is not good. Well, in a public school, it's not bad, but in a private school,
We talked about this earlier a little bit. I mean, if you coach, you're going to spend your own money. You never.
All of them.
Never.
It doesn't matter.
you do.
Yeah, if you tried to, if I work this amount of hours, you'd make 63 cents an hour, even if you're a high paid coach, if you're doing your job. You know,
And I think because all of us have coached here, at some point or another, we've all coached.
yes.
And if you really think about it and be honest with your thinking, you would say, you know what? You have to have a desire. You have to have a wants to do it, because there's going to always be those up. Oh, that was great. I'm so happy for. And there's going to be the time where the kid that walked away from you, and you didn't put the time in for him because you didn't want to spend time with that person.
Right.
You want to be with the other people who are winning.
Right.
Those are the worst people to have in coaching.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to be the leader to be accepted.
Each kid's victory is a different victory.
Well put. It truly is. And that's what I think. I like stuff like this. When you have this kind of interview and it goes out, people really gravitate, I think, to men and women nowadays who really have an interest, and they don't talk about winning. That comes with the good interest. That'll come.
Yeah.
But when you always say like
First thing, participate.
Oh, yeah.
Get off the couch.
I mean, I can't. You know what, Donnie? I've had so many people down at Polk City who looked my bio up. They looked it up.
I did today. It's fucking impressive.
And they
It's right
said,
here. It's pretty damn cool.
They said, why wouldn't you go and get a job one more time at head coach and get 5 wins and have 400? And I go, that's irrelevant. They said, don't you want to be 400? And I go, 400? Am I going to walk around and tell everybody that, hey, I got 400, and I got 400? There's guys that have got 500, you know? So that's what I think. That's why when I took over and we were starting all over at Newman, we were. I mean, we had kids coming, but we're going to have we had 4 years in a row losing seasons. I remember. And people were wondering, oh, shit, we got the wrong guy in here. And boom.
Yep.
Peter Taft, Victor Lopez,
And
those people changed the
And the reason I had to leave Newman's because Julie got pregnant. I had to go to work.
Donnie, your beer.
Oh,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, it's yeah, you're right.
All right, yeah, and then you know who you got to coach with for a little bit, which I'm jealous of. You got to coach with Matt Pruin.
Oh, Matty Pruin's a good. He's got a
one
good
of the
heart.
Oh, and Jay McDonough. I mean, you had some.
Yeah,
really,
Jay McDonough, yeah.
But
I mean,
just,
Leland's had a lot of
I
success.
like all those
you've
people.
had some. Leland, he's had a lot of success. You've coached a lot of good
But
guys.
Matt Pruin is just one of the coolest,
You know.
nicest men of all time. Did you ever eat lunch with Pruin? He eats the blandest food ever, like
he really?
ever imaginable. Hi, Matt.
He and I have always been
I ran
close.
into his twin brother one time down in Des Moines. I completely forgot about it. I'm trying to talk to him like, I'm not Matt,
And then probably 5 minutes later, you forgot again. Like, hey, I told you, old man, for the 50th time.
Yeah, he's a very good kid. We're always in contact.
I taught him how to play softball.
Matt and Mark.
Both of them. Yeah, I taught him how to play
Both of
softball.
Yeah, they're good kids.
Did you coach him in baseball?
No, I had just gotten out.
Okay.
I was with those guys, and then I got mad at some situations, and then I said, I'm not going to do it. And Tom Dunn said, hey, I'll take you.
Forgot about that, Brian.
All right.
So
And then you coach softball.
I did softball, and I said, well, I enjoyed it. I just had to do defense. I'm a defensive person. I think defense. So, some people don't, but the right person goes defense, and the right person goes offense. And then,
That's why I talk all the time.
When Jimmy Gribben at state finals, we were standing next to each other before he went out, and I said, hey, Grib, you get caught with your hand across his back, feet or knees, do it. And I taught him how to do that cross and drive.
Showing it on him.
One
Get
quick
up, show
time
it on
out.
him on the
Wait, one quick
concrete.
time out.
Do it to Don on the concrete.
I have to put a word in for a sponsor. This is a milk stout from Fat Hill, and I'm about ready to pass out. It's so good. All right.
Hey,
Back to the story.
Hey, hold on. If you were to hold on. If you were to pass out and say you broke your teeth, what would you do?
Call Dan Bergmeyer of Bergmeyer Dentistry
There you go.
because they solve problems.
All right. Let's go, Donnie.
There you go. The Bergmeyers.
All right, so before we finish, Mark and I are going to go a 6-minute match. We're just going to hand fight for 6 straight minutes.
Kick his
kidding,
ass.
Mark. I'm kidding.
Are we the same age?
Mark, I'm gonna.
No, I'm a year younger.
Mark, you end up in like a nursing home. I'm gonna break you out of there and make you go wrestle live. They're like, why is this 90-year-old guy on the mat? And he's like,
How
he
much
needs
you
to
want to
wrestle
bet?
live.
How much you want to bet Mark's visiting me in a nursing home as opposed to me visiting Mark? Because I think this guy's going to outlive me.
I got to go to a specialist in a week. My last year I was here in Newman, I'd gotten really thin.
Yeah,
I didn't know what happened. And we had
you weren't on crank, were you?
no. we were on.
that'll do that.
We were at our bank.
That's
big,
good.
Big Newman
Good job.
fundraiser.
Hey, to not
Anyway,
be a Mason like some people.
You hang around Mesa City, you never know
anyway,
what.
I got a doctor that said, I don't think we got to put you on some stuff. And she said, I think we can get this. So I went through it, got my weight started coming back. Went down. I'm
You look good. What do you weigh?
We can put them on the scale at the end. We'll put
I got the scale right here.
We'll put it over the top at the end when we edit it.
I think I weigh 34 and a half now. But
I weighed 58.7 this morning. 7/10 over the last weight I weighed in college
Good job.
at the conference tournament.
Good job. Let's go. All those years ago.
I weighed myself in January, and out of nowhere, one day, I swear to gosh,
Right.
The guy that I work with, little Charlie, that 6-pounder, I got on the scale and I said, "What the heck? You weigh 127." So I'm coming back to Mason.
All right, Mark, take your headphones
Got
off.
the
Jump
car.
on the scale.
What?
Take your headphones off. Jump on the scale. It's right there.
All right.
Look, hey,
Live weigh-ins here.
Tom,
First
Tom,
time.
Look at, he even took off the shoes.
You've even taken off his shoes. What do we got? What do we weigh in at?
133 even.
All right.
I'm there, but 'cause you know what? We just lost.
And we want to thank Peter Anderley for the scale. Peter's a meat salesman, incredible meat salesman. You can't beat Peter's meat.
All right.
Okay. I'm just moving on.
All right. So,
Anyway,
are you getting used to the suburb life of the greater Des Moines area?
that place is growing unbelievably fast.
Especially where you're living
Why
right
aren't you
now.
on TRT? That's what suburban people do now.
What's that?
The testosterone replacement theory.
Oh.
Don't you see those old guys? You can tell they're like that. They're like overly jacked, and you're like some 6-year-old guy.
I have friends that are doing it. They're going, you know, all I want to do is have sex. You know, I waited 55 years to get to not wanting to have sex all the time. I like it. You know,
On the brighter story, I was up in Mystic 2 days ago, playing a machine, getting ready to go home. $4,000, right there.
Well, let's go.
I know, I couldn't believe it. It said 4,000. And my wife.
you
comes
got it
in-
on you right now. Lock the doors.
My wife, I couldn't find it for a while.
You're back in Mason City now, Mark.
You gotta be careful. You're not.
We
you're
might
not
want to
in
go out
Polk
and buy
City.
some crank.
All I need is some gravel, throw it in their eyes.
Yeah. A lot of people don't think of that. If you get in a fight near any gravel, pick up that gravel.
Hey,
throw it
you
in
know
their
what we
eyes.
got to do at least one time? We got to make mention of Newman. As we have a Newman person, we have to talk about baseball just because it's mandatory since it's such a baseball school. So, where were you when they won the state titles in baseball? Were you coaching?
When they won it for Gary, or they won it for the other
How many
guy?
times did they win it? Were you coaching ever?
Gary won it once. Tony won it 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. And Bo has won it, what, one or two? I'm not sure.
Because
I saw an interview of Alex the other day, and he said he learned all his baseball skills from a little league coach when he
did.
was like 11 or 12.
Yeah, that's where we got to.
Good man.
And at
He said he way more than he learned at UNI.
And at Newman,
at a D1 program.
they take baseball so seriously. Like you hear, like in like the old,
They're
like
fucking good.
they disappear. If a boy's going out for baseball, they just disappear. They're never to be heard from again. They're gone. And if you're
I like that.
and if you're like a left-handed kid, you better get prepared to pitch. If you're left-handed, you are like sacred there. They'll like wrap your arm up in like 3rd grade.
He's a Newman
And bubble
middle
wrap.
school graduate. I thought he was going to stay there, quite frankly.
Bertsch, did you go to the when Guster? That's a band. They played at Nyack. Well, when I was in high school, all the kids were there's this band called Guster, and they were all like, all of them loved it.
Well-
And somehow they played at Nyack, and that was probably one of the other great, in my view. It's like state baseball, great times, and Newman, and then when Guster came to Nyack. Nyack is a junior college in town for the people who don't know.
Oh, that's cool, though. I
Yeah.
mean, they have a following. They have a huge following.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
cool.
Hey, so does this.
Damn square.
What's that? So we'll stand
Who
up
is
for
this?
the.
What band is this?
All right, turn around for the power or
Tower of Power.
Tower Power. Who is that?
You guys are white boys that don't know much. That's all there is to it. You guys, they are good. They only got like 3 of they're good brass. And,
All right, we're gonna have Matt edit in that for a little bit. He's probably gonna have some issues. Sorry about us editing stuff earlier, Matt. No, we put that. No, you're good. No, I'm saying
didn't-
sorry to the editor for.
He may not. No, we just throw it out there. And he sous vide.
Yeah, he'll put it in there. No, he's good. No, I'm
Last
just
time
saying I messed up with some of the recording.
In fact, I want to our last one is not out yet, but I want to apologize for my behavior because I thought I had the day off. And then all at once a buddy of mine shows up here and Tommy decides to interview him. So he calls me in for my day off. I've been over the lake drinking. I've been out in town drinking at Fat Hill, of course. But I'm going to apologize before you even see it.
No, they'll see this after they see it. But after the fact, you'll get the apology from him saying he's a little boozed up because I
was. For that one.
Yeah,
but it was his fault.
It's my fault.
His fault. All right.
And then this time, it's my fault for not hitting the record button in time.
Yeah,
or maybe it did.
I don't know, Mark. Should we keep him?
Or Brian pressuring me.
Should we get rid of him?
When we started, I wasn't ready to go, and Brian was. So we're blaming it. I'm going 50-50 with our roadie, Brian.
Well, I hope you don't.
Brian, talk into the mic. What do you have to say for yourself? Hold on. I got to unmute you.
You guys were, just trying to get the content. So I was trying to get you guys rolling again.
So that mishap earlier is partly Brian putting too much pressure on me to go. I'm going to take some of that.
All right. You know what, Tom? I'll take 100% of the blame.
Sophie, the editor, can see it. All right. Thank you, Brian. You have a good one.
We're still going?
Yeah, we're still going. We got, so Bertsch, what other stuff we got? You weren't there for the Guster concert. That's amazing. Matt will be watching this. He'll know what I'm talking about. You probably will already be listening to Guster. And anybody out there, check out Nick Neibauer if you live out in the metropolitan area. He has a band. I don't know the name of it.
Bad.
They're good.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Say, Mark, when you got your hip replaced, did my wife's a nurse, she wanted to have me put down. Did your wife mention that to you at all instead of, getting it done, just having you put down?
She wanted me to be put up.
You're different than mine. She looked at nursing homes and then said, they're expensive. We'll just put you down. She didn't want me to suffer.
That would not be right.
No.
I need to say something to her before I leave.
Thank you.
I will.
Tell her I don't know how you did it all these years putting up with that.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've said that before.
Bertsch, she's dating me and Matt Mark.
Hey, have you...
I mean, I was with Mark. I mean, not with him. But I knew Mark before Julie.
You knew Mark before, but you guys, yeah.
I saw Julie in church.
That's when she knew not to stay away. But, so yeah.
Why not just jump into the frying pan?
So have you checked out the old neighborhood?
No, actually, I came off the highway straight over here. And
I'm guessing the yard doesn't look like it used to when you were.
It does not.
I drove by one day and I was like, you can definitely tell Bertsch moved.
Hey, I got some bad news about that neighborhood.
Hold on. You want to talk about crisp, like...
oh, yeah, he had it all. It was perfect.
A beautiful yard, right? How's your yard right now?
Well, down there, everything's done by a group of people who come in, do the cutting.
Right.
So I got to know them. They're a lot of Hispanic kids. So I talked to one. I said, hey, listen. I'm going to, tonight, after you guys get done, I'm going to dig this up. It's just front, and then by the street, you have those little places of grass. I said, I'm gonna dig it up a little bit. I won't see you for a week, right? Yeah. I said, I'm gonna dig it up. I'm gonna throw some seed down.
Right.
I'm gonna throw it back together, throw seeds again.
I do that all the time.
I said, and then I'll get it watered for a couple of days because you won't be around.
I do the same shit.
And my place is just like
beautiful,
just green. All my neighbors always say to me, "This is so stupid."
Speaking of your neighbors,
how do you do that? I go, "You serious? Just get a bag of seed, get a deal, and chop it up, man,
and just go seed.
But, okay, Mark,
seed and water, and you don't need to water this time this year."
Right now,
all the time.
Listen, Mark, when you go to your old neighborhood, I've got some bad news. There's signs up say "Fuck you, Bertsch, don't stop." I mean, aside from that, everything's cool.
You know what's crazy is when you drive by Newman. I mean, it's changed out there. There's a big list of people that have gone there and taught there now. My picture's not there.
They took your picture down?
No, I'm just kidding.
They need to keep it up. I'm gonna go see if it's enshrined in there.
What's that?
It should be above the picture of if they have like a picture of the bishop of the area or the archbishop.
Archbishop and bishop.
Mark, you know the statue of me in Duncombe.
The statue of him in Duncombe.
They made a statue of me in Duncombe.
His hometown.
It looks like a fire hydrant, but it's me, Mark. It's me. I'm kind of sunburned.
Oh, that was good.
A little red.
That was good. That was good.
I just came out of the field when they made it when I was a kid.
Now, I got to ask now, why, even though we're on air, how do I go about
watching this?
I'm
We're going to
serious.
send you a link. He was supposed to send you a link. Here's for the people.
I don't know how to send links. I just fucking show up here and start running my mouth.
Yeah, you were supposed to, but I thought we tried to get him to watch it before he came, but Don made it seem like you sent him a link, but you just said it's on YouTube.
Yeah, that's how I find it.
So yeah, we'll get this hooked up for you to watch
So, Thomas, is there...
We'll get you all hooked up with links and all that. Close to wrap. Dude, Don, you got any
Okay,
points?
so listen, you got to hit the like button and the share button, whatever that is.
Oh.
And anyone that has any problems with their teeth, I got a brother that can help you. And he's got 2 sons that will help you too. And they are my brothers, and they are the Bergmeyers, Bergmeyer Dentistry. And also, if you get thirsty, I got some brothers that can help you there too. And it's called Fat Hill Brewery. And there's nothing better.
All right. Hey, what else? Oh, then this was actually partly a job interview, and you're going to become the director of public outreach for the Don Berry podcast. So we're going to offer
Mark,
you that
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Mark, congratulations. I mean,
Appreciate that.
Tommy and I are both honored to offer you this incredible position. And
We need to get a
the
grant.
potential. Is that-
No, we're gonna later.
yes, Mark, that's right. Let's go there too.
Can't we get a grant?
Yeah, yes, yeah. Get right in
Well,
that.
eventually, then we'll donate. We'll take money, and eventually, we're gonna donate to like. Hold on one second. We're gonna donate to like underprivileged like wrestling programs. So like, go give like a check to East at some point, and then we'll send you with a check.
If
and you have
I
to
win
take
the lottery,
pictures.
I'm buying
right, so
marching
Brian, what do you
band
want?
costumes for everyone.
marching band costume.
He didn't
I will,
tell you-
marching band costumes.
He didn't give you the link, and he didn't tell you to bring your checkbook. Because you actually have to pay
No,
to
he
be
didn't.
on.
No,
He didn't.
Well, he's
Yeah.
not getting out of here without signing a check.
No, he's good. We'll leave him be.
Lock him.
And then eventually we'll get on Patreon and we'll see if Bertsch can pull some strings that he can pay on script on Patreon. People don't know script was a thing that the public at Newman used to like do. You'd pay. You like exchange, like you give real money and get like exchange this like thing
Exactly.
Like all bars. in
but like
Mason
donate.
City
You
used
still
to
you
be.
could accept. And I remember back in the day in the summer, my buddy Nick, who we talked about earlier, he would always have like script money where he could spend. So like we get together, we'd have cash. Nick would have script. So you'd have to go to the places that would accept script.
Did you hang
So
out
it's like a
with
fundraiser
Nick?
thing.
Did you hang out with Nick?
I
All the
remember
time.
those.
I truly didn't know.
All the time.
I'll have to mention your name to him when I see him.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Neibauer,
Yeah.
they went to the same babysitter. No, he came over all the time.
He lived down the street.
Right.
He's a good
Because
kid.
he and Mark Kittleson
I like
were
him.
babysit by Ann Trump.
I'm going to tell you this.
Ann Trump.
Hey, this is how good
Barry's wife. Remember Barry passed away?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
She had
no
Matt,
one's gonna. Yeah,
his doctor
and
kid.
you're a wonderful lady. All right, but this is how well I know Nick. If you ever see Nick, ask him who his favorite football team is, pro football team, and he'll tell you the Bears. And then be like, well, when I was at Tommy's for the podcast, he showed me a picture of the three of you guys in our starter Cowboys jackets. So Nick Neibauer used to be a Cowboys fan. And then
I remember
somewhere-
that when he was a kid. He had a Cowboy starter
He
jacket.
loved them. He used to collect all the Cowboys
remember that.
cards, and then as an adult, now he switched. So he tries to act like he's a Bears fan his whole life. It's a lie. Anyone out there? He was
Hey,
a
I know that
Cowboys
about
fan.
Nick Neibauer, and he did
was-
wrestle in middle school too.
He did. And his mom would yell like, "Nick, sit on him! Sit on him, Nick!" From the crowd, would be like yelling.
I actually helped out coaching there for that guy that I would come to the meets, and he'd have me help coach. I didn't have a.
Illegally, let's another
Remember
thing.
the guy?
Check
He was there for a while in middle school. He did a great job. Remember that guy?
I can't remember the name. All right,
can't
we're
either.
gonna get stuck on that. But,
Okay.
Bertsch, you got anything to say?
I think this is a great thing to do, though.
All right, maybe someday we'll get Stender and a Stender here. We'll make him come up.
Well, he's going to be
Stender
pretty-
was a runner-up too.
No, he was third.
No, he got his runner up.
I think he was runner-up.
I was nearly
Wait, are we
blackout
talking
drunk, but I
are we
remember
talking
that. I was there.
state or Nationals.
I had D1s, I think. D1s.
I'm almost.
No, he lost in the finals. I remember it. I was going wild in the stands.
I could have swore he said
We were getting obnoxious. We were obnoxious.
Wasn't he third and fifth?
I swear he lost to Rochel from
I'll
Oklahoma
look it
State.
up.
Right.
I'll look it up. I'd make a difference anyway. But that Dylan, what a great person to have in the room.
Oh God, yes.
And
He's just a great guy. Very successful, just good guy.
and his wife's.
And he can't help it. He hangs around the house good.
That's really. Well,
No. I mean, those are two super
Osgood
class
followed
dudes.
us a lot. He followed us a lot during the state tournament. He would, we'd be up there warming up, and then he'd be over talking to Dylan, and then all of a sudden, he had a kid coming up. So there goes Dylan,
Right.
and so they were hanging with each other at the state tournament. It was good. I mean, that's a heck of a staff when you got you and I, the guy coming, little kids, you and I from LSU. He was I think place winner for.
And you.
What?
And then they got the old Sage there in the stands. They got the old 70-year-old workout partner. I'm talking about you.
I know. That's why I didn't respond.
All right. So, all right. I think we're about this. We got about an hour's worth of stuff. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Remember to like and subscribe. Look at me and Bertsch hashed it out. Also, one last shout out. We won the Granby camp that year. Whoever had the best Granby.
Jace Thompson.
Jace Thompson.
He did
no athletic talent, that guy.
Man. If he just would have stayed
sick.
on.
Anything.
Yeah, I wanna say-
He went to UNI to play golf. A 2-time state champ. Nah, I'm not interested.
You know what he
Just
did that?
a freak.
You know what he
athlete.
did that year?
Great kid. Too.
You know what
I
he
love
did-
that kid.
You know what he did that?
We took him to his
Hold-
first freestyle tournament. He'd never been to one yet. No idea what he was doing. Got second.
Hey, you know what he did that year instead of wrestling at UNI? He was hanging out with me.
Yeah.
He had other
Back
stuff
in your
to
old
do.
boozing days.
He had other stuff too.
I remember when I found out he wasn't going to wrestle, and I go, do you understand that I sat on the floor at Newman, PE class wasn't in yet, and talked to the coach from UNI, Pendriff, and I said, if you were going to wrestle for, he says, I knew if I said yes, at least I was going to get into school for sure.
Yeah.
I said, Jace, they were going to keep you out. He said,
No.
you didn't flunk classes. You had C's and B's.
He had other stuff to do. He got out there and he had to go hang out with me and my crew.
He is a heck of a golfer.
Oh yeah, it's just a heck
Oh
of an
my
athlete.
Lord, that boy can hit the ball.
And he can do backflips, just on command. All right.
All right.
Don's already on his thing. All right.
I sent you guys a picture of Mark's crib.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Everybody be calm.